Hello my loves, today's video is going to be a get ready with me for the Brits Awards 2020. So if you want to see me go from this to this and a little bit of some of this, then definitely keep on watching. Let's just jump straight into it. I'm going to start first with my Clinique Moisture Spray. It's just a hydrator. Really nice, refreshes your skin, adds a nice little bit of moisture, which I've absolutely been loving lately. Follow with, in the same Moisture Surge family, I follow with the 72-hour Hydrator. This is one of my favourite moisturisers. It's so lightweight, but gives you so much hydration, which I love. Then I'm also going to show you the SPF I use, which is the Glossier Invisible Shield, which I've been really loving. You guys know I like to throw a little bit of skincare at the beginning of these 3-in-1s because skincare ultimately determines how your makeup will look. Future Dew from Glossier I've been absolutely loving. It's a serum hybrid. It's really lush. Basically, it just makes your skin look so dewy and so glowy and so amazing. And you can see I'm suffering from some blemishes and dark marks, and even with that I still do get a lot of compliments on my skin whenever I wear this. It's just really lush under makeup and lush on its own. And then lastly, for the skin prep, we're doing lips. I'm just using this Glossier mint.com. It's just a mint lip balm, really nice. One of those ones that you can feel working from the inside out. Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Primer. This is one of my favourite primers. I use this a lot. You guys, if you've ever watched any other of my tutorials, you will see that I use it. Making your makeup last really long. I really enjoy it. Foundation, I'm using my NARS Natural Longwear Radiant in Macao. This is just, if you have a special occasion or any kind of evening event where you want your skin to look amazing, this is it. Combined with this Morphe M439 brush. First of all, this Morphe brush is the best foundation brush on the market, period. Like, nothing tops it. This foundation combined with this brush. Okay, are you seeing the coverage? Are you seeing how lush that looks? I actually didn't even need that much foundation, but I was going over the board because obviously it was going to be a long night and I was going to be under flash photography. So I just wanted my base to be sick. But yeah, absolutely love that combination. Concealer, I'm using the Grwm Essential High Coverage Concealer. So I like to let my concealer sit in while I do my contour because, as I've said in the past, it just dries down a little bit, makes it easier to kind of move around, and then also gives a bit more coverage. It's a very high coverage concealer anyway, but it just gives a bit more coverage. Just use a foundation stick and I blend it in with this buffing brush from Smashbox. Absolutely love this Smashbox brush. You will see I use quite a few brushes from Smashbox. Their brushes are very nice. Blends out the product so well. I switch over to this e-brush from Morphe to do my nose contour, just because obviously the other one's a little bit large to get in there and do the nose. And then I use again another Smashbox concealer buffer to buff out that concealer underneath my eyes. I'm not sure if you can see what I mean by easier to work with because it's dried down. It doesn't move as much. It literally just blends into the contour, which I really like. Yeah, I feel like I kind of glazed over the contouring part quite quickly, but I think you guys can kind of see contouring. It's just literally all the places that you want to add some shadow to. I switch between the sponge and the brush because I want this step to be seamless. I want the base to be absolutely flawless, no lines of demarcation. To set the under eye, I'm using my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in Blondie. One thing I'll say about this under eye powder, or this powder, is start with less and build up if you feel like you need more. If you go in with too much powder, it does this thing where it kind of gathers underneath your eyes and makes the under eye really dry. Whereas if you use a little bit, blend it out with a damp sponge and then kind of build up, you get a flawless under eye, honestly. I'm back loving this more than my Laura Mercier. I kind of go back and forth between them, but this one for special occasion is just to add some more shadow, I'm using this contour. Oh my god, all my brushes look so dirty because obviously I use them every day, so I'm so sorry. I never showed them up close. They look absolutely minging. I'm so sorry. Anyways, I'm using this contour powder from Anastasia Beverly Hills in Mahogany. I really like this to just go over and add some shadow, and then to really go in and make that contour super sharp, I use my Hoola bronzer in Toasted from Benefit brush from Bobbi Brown. Ooh, it just sharpens up that contour, and I love doing this step. I love doing like a light contour, which could also be like a bronzer step. I like doing that first and then going in and just really sculpting out the cheekbones, just to give my face like a really snatch. Obviously I've got a ponytail which snatches me naturally anyway, but just for extra snatchery we go in. And we also use the same Hoola Toasted on the nose. With the nose contour I just blow it out. I use my NARS 41 brush and just blow that out completely. Blush Trio from Anastasia Beverly Hills, again in Cocktail Party. This brush here is from Smashbox and I've been really liking it for my blush. Loose powder in Deep Peach to clean up the contour. I really like doing this because I think it just adds like a subtle sharpness to the face. It just makes your contour look super clean, not too like cut, but just clean, because I go over and like buff it out with my little bronzer brush later on, but it just cleans it up really well. Lock in all those powders. My De-Slick spray from Urban Decay, really good for long nights or anything that you want your makeup to last really, really long. This is it. So I prime my eyes using the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer, and I just set it using my translucent powder from Laura Mercier. Palette I'm using today is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy palette. Oh, look how pretty. This look is actually inspired by Mahina Makeup on Instagram. She did it on someone else and I was like, whoa, that looks so beautiful, and I thought it would look just perfect for the Brits. So I just recreated it. It's essentially like a purple, really nice soft purple smoky eye. I wouldn't even call it a smoky eye, but you'll see what I mean. The key with looks like this is just make sure everything's nice and blown out. So I like to use fluffy brushes. So I'll either use my Morphe brush that I showed first, or I'll use my Zoeva 27 brush just to blow it out, and then I use another fluffy brush to add some shimmer. I will leave all the colours I used in the order I used them in the description box so you can see which one I used first. But I could have left it like this. At this point I've only used two colours, the initial one to kind of into the crease, blown out, and then the shimmer shade just over the top. But then later on I go in with the deeper shade, but you could actually just leave it with these two. This is so much easier, and then just go back and forth with the first colour to blend out the shimmer. And do you see what I mean? It's very soft, very nice, very blown out. I also switch between two brushes for this shimmer shade. I go in lastly with this flat brush just to make that shimmer really condensed into the center, and then this is the part where I add the darker color on the outer corner. In hindsight, not necessary. Like honestly, you can skip this step. If you want a little bit more depth, you can add it, but I actually could have done without it. Also, you can add it before you add the shimmer, so you can do your first wash of color into the crease and blown out, add this deeper color on the outer third, and then add the shimmer. It's up to you. I think it's a personal preference which order you do it, but it really does not matter which order you do that in. And then I just run that deep color underneath my waterline. I use just a nude pencil in my waterline just to open my eyes up a little bit. If I'm doing heavy eyeshadow, I'll just use a little nude just to open it up, and then just use the same matte colors underneath the eyes. And for lashes, I'm using Lily Lashes So Extra Miami. That was a quick snapshot. You might want to rewind and pause it just to see what the lashes look like. I mean, you can probably see it here anyway. Filling in my brows. When my brows are threaded, I tend to do them last just because they don't need to be cleaned up or anything. So I literally just whip them on at the end. I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow in dark brown. I do use ebony. I used to use ebony a lot, which is a really deep colour, but actually I've been liking the way dark brown looks, which I'm sure some of you will be happy to hear, because ebony is very, very dark. Dark brown is a bit more, you know, it looks a bit more hair-like, a little bit more fluffy. Set that using my clear brow gel from Anastasia. I used a lot of Anastasia products in this tutorial. I've really been liking ABH. They've been, you know, they've been doing it for me lately, I'm not gonna lie. Base for most of my lips are Cork from MAC and Chestnut from MAC. A cheaper alternative is BFF 3 and 4 from Colourpop, but I just had the MAC ones out, so I use them. They're both very lush. So I'll go in with Cork all over, and then I'll use Chestnut to really define my Cupid's bow and underneath my lip. This is my favourite lip combo ever. If you've ever watched any of my other tutorials, you know this nude lip combo. I knew it was going to be a winner, so I thought there's no point faffing around with other lip combos. Just whenever I'm going to an event or going somewhere I want my makeup to look lush, I just use stuff that I know that I love, just because it's not the time to be doing trial and error. So I take Oma Beauty Earther as my lipstick, and I purposely don't blend it out because I like that light colour around the lip. Light colour in the centre, because when you add the gloss, oh, it just all melts in together in such a beautiful way. I mean, look at it. So pretty. I love. And then I go back in once more and set everything in place. So that's 2 times I set my makeup, just to make sure it's really locked in. Right, moving on to hair. My hair looks so ridiculous right now because I actually went and got ready at a hotel, but I wanted to film my makeup. So I filmed my makeup at home and did a little bit of my hair at home as well. So I take this extra hold. This is new, this gummy extra hold. I recently got it. My friend Felicia always uses it when she does my braids, and it's so good. So good. And I also used a little bit of Got To Be spray. So this bit I wanted to do at home because obviously I know how I like it. And then I follow with some powder just to make sure it's blended. So here, this is me at the hotel in the bathroom. So I got my hair, the stylist curled my hair and just sorted out my hair. So it looks so much nicer there. That's me in my dress as well. I will link the dress in the description bar below. But this is just a little snapshot of the makeup. Please excuse my hair, please excuse my bathrobe. This is purely makeup-ness. This is not the finished look. This is just, you know, step 1. I just want to show you guys some cute little videos from the night. This is our little Brits crew. So huge thank you to my Clinique UK family for taking me to the Brits. It was freaking amazing. I had the best time. My work wife Alice, there we are, and we also did this cute little video for the hairstylist as well. So I thought I would include those of us just, you know, after getting ready, me doing a cute little selfie. I hope you guys enjoyed today's Get Ready With Me 3-in-1. Thank you so much for watching. I will link everything down in the description bar, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.